You ever been a visionary that's been scared in your own way? Um, Sometimes we go back to jobs to try to fund the business, or we stay at a job longer than we should just to because we're scared, we're comfortable. We're scared of the unknown. But let me tell you something. If you're anything like me, I had a job. I've been working corrections since I was a teenager. Since I was 18, I went straight into prisons because I'm from Huntsville and it's prison city. It's also where death row is for the state. So there's prisons everywhere. You either in prison or you work at a prison, pretty much. And so, and all of my family is correction officers or high ranking. I've both worked state and federal facilities. Before I started my business, I was working as a federal officer. So I was working for the feds in the U.S. Marshals. And I just had this vision. I always knew I was a boss because I was the type of person, I'm going to call in. It don't feel right going there. And I don't know what it is about it. I swear, I used to call in. I would get sick on the days that I had to go to work. Like, it was crazy. Like, every time it was time for me to go to work, I would get sick. And I wasn't even lying. I just had a headache. My stomach just hurting. But I knew I was outside of my purpose. And it was crazy that I had been on this, this quest, this journey already, just thinking and revamping and rethinking about a lot of things that I have going on for my business. And Pastor Keon, y'all, one thing about this, we're going to talk about God because God has got me here through a lot. So I'm sorry if you guys are not, y'all don't call him God or whatever. I don't care. For me, I call him the Lord. He is my Savior. But anyways, I heard Pastor Keon say the other day about when you're out of, your vision, you're out of the will of God. And I had already been feeling like that. It was just crazy and ironic that he said that while I was already thinking it. And, God sends you signs. He really does. And you have to listen to him. And I tried. I quit that job for the feds when I started my business. And then I wanted to grow my business. I wanted to start my beauty school. And so I felt like that I had to go back to a job. Went back to prisons. And every day that I had to work, it was insane. I would get sick. And I really was sick. And I was really going through something that I had went through previously before when I worked at the federal prison. So it's something I had going on medically, and it came back, and here I am at this job, sick, and just trying to collect a check so that I can fund my business. And I would hear, voices in my head, and I was unclear if it was the Lord, and it would just say, you need to work in your business more. And I had this really big vision for my school, and I really wanted it really bad, and that was the way that I thought that I had to get the money. And so here I am with this illness again, and just depressed, feel defeated, and the job was not hard. I kind of had my way there. It just never felt right for me. It never did. And so I ended up using all of my medical leave days. So they separated me anyway. But before they did that, for months, I hadn't been to work. And I was just telling God, I would pray on my knees at night. And I would tell God, if this is not where I'm supposed to be, give me an exit. If I'm supposed to be here, God, help me, guide me, and show me what's next. How do I, make this job converted into my business? So I had already been dealing with myself. So after that, they separated me, and I kind of got discouraged. I was like, what am I going to really do now? Like, I need to do this, that. And I could just hear God just say, just trust me. Just trust me and believe in me. And I started believing him, and I started getting into the word a little more, and I joined Pastor Keon Church. I had been going to him online and watching videos of him. And then I started assembling myself in December, going to church. And ever since then, I just kept putting forth the effort that I needed to do. I needed to be in my business. I needed to make sure things were squared away. And I had a team that was helping me, and, assistant, that helped me when she could. And I just needed to be planted in my business. And as I became more into my word and more planted into my business, and as I became, more planted, more intuitive to what's going on, what I really want. What is my vision? What is it that I feel like, how far do I want to take this thing? And I would sit and I would think, and I would just get all these wild, crazy ideas, and it would just like speak to me. Like when I'm in my business, and I'm doing clients or I have a student, I feel so happy. It's like the happiest feeling, the most joyful feeling. It's just overwhelming, you know. And the more that I sat and I thought about different things, how I was going to do this or what needs to be done, what I need to change, what I need to, enforce a little more, things just start happening and falling into place. And I still have those days where I feel scared, I feel discouraged, and there's a lot of times I feel like that. I go home, sometimes I can't sleep, my brain won't shut out. But I'm starting to learn those are the moments that I should enjoy, letting my brain be free, and just coming up with new innovative things. I'm a genius, I feel like, for myself. My mind works in ways that a lot of people's mind don't work or don't operate, and I've been blessed with that. And I'm learning to accept that, sit in that, and be proud of that for myself. And I guess my main reason for making this video is that I want to tell anybody that is a visionary, that's an entrepreneur, that became mogul or want to, don't give up on your vision. Pray about it. Sit in it. Learn yourself a little more. Sometimes you gotta cut ties with a lot of things. Your old habits, the people you talk to, what you're talking about, what you're feeding yourself, what your soul hears every day of the morning when the morning starts or every night when you go to sleep. And sometimes you have to change that. You have to change the people. You have to change the relationships in your life so that you can really understand and hear what you are supposed to hear. And, the Holy Spirit guiding you and helping you through, you have to have a clear mind. And I just want to tell anybody, just keep going. Keep going and know that you are enough. God wouldn't keep giving you a vision if it wasn't meant for you to act on. Sometimes you don't know how you're going to get there, what's what. But sometimes you just got to sit still, be silent, meditate, and listen. Sometimes you just got to shut up. Just shut up and just listen. After you pray, you have to listen, And stop comparing yourself. That was something that I had to learn and still learning. Don't compare yourself to nobody. It's good to, look up to, people that's maybe in the industry that you're trying to do or, somebody that, motivate you and inspire you. That's fine. But don't let it make you feel less than. You are enough. Your vision, it is good. It's just as good as anybody else's. And when you know that and you learn that and you can accept that, life get easier for you. You don't have to compare yourself to nobody. You don't have to prove anything. Comparison is a thief of joy. A lot of times we don't see. That's why I'm making these videos, because a lot of times people don't see the behind the scenes. They just see everything when it happens, when it unfolds. Like this journey that I have took has not been easy. Nothing has been given to me at all. I had to get everything out the mud, literally. I've took everything out of my savings account. Like, I thought I was going to be broke so many times, but I pray on my knees that I would never be broke a day in my life. That I am the lender and not the borrower. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. And every time I feel like, what am I going to do? After I pray, he comes, and he comes quick. He comes quick, So, yeah, just keep on following your vision. Keep on, researching, seeing what it is that you have to do. That's your start. You got the vision. Let's see how can we get there. What all do I have to make this happen for myself? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have everything figured out. Just start there, and then just little by little, keep chipping away at it, and you'll get there. And it will be such a joyful, man, I don't want to cry. It will be such a joyful feeling when you see the little things, that's finally coming to life. I know for me right now, even looking at vanity lights, finding granite countertops, stuff like that has been making me so happy because it makes me feel like I'm on the right path. It's a process, but you'll get there. Yeah, and just be happy and be proud of yourself. Don't compare yourself to nobody. You are great all by yourself. You'll get the recognition if you keep putting the hard work in. So yeah, y'all join Lily Claire Beauty and Cosmetology Institute. We got barbering, we got cosmetology, we got manicurists, we got estiology. My thing, I'm gonna go at this little esthetician thing. But yeah, stay happy, stay excited about your journey.